on. And I'm aggravated. So we're just going with it. We're going to get this thing started and we're going to pump it. We're going to pump it up. In just a second. Why is this not working? Why is it not working? Yeah, please. Whatever. I don't have time to do. I don't have time for this shit. It is what it is. Thank you so much for joining Spazzing Out. Thank you for joining my program. I tell you this right now. The Spazzing Out America's podcast is a huge fucking pain in my ass tonight. It's just a huge pain in my ass. It is. It's 8:30 at night. My day is not over. I got home like 20 minutes ago. I just want to come home. I want to watch the RNC, the Republican National Convention. I want to do anything else but be down in my basement right now and record this podcast. I got to take my son home still. He lives in bumfuck America, which is like an hour away from here. I still got to take his ass home. It's hot as balls down here. I can't find a t-shirt. And I got something stuck in my throat, for the love of God. So I'm going to cough the whole freaking time. Hardly any research. From end to end, it has been one of those days. From the second I woke up today, which I didn't sleep well last night, so I was up at like 3 a.m. From the second I woke up until the second I got home, it's been nothing but spilt fucking milk all day long. Work sucked. Everybody that I did work for today could suck my fucking ass. All of yous. And they all know who they are because they're all my buddies. And I did work for them. And I don't care whether or not my buddies, they're business partners, but we're friends now. And you know what? I don't care. You can all kiss my ass. That's how I feel today. Dog shit everywhere. This is what happens. My dog it poops because I couldn't get home in time. My dog poops behind the basement door. Now, we come up through the basement door and the dog poop streak on the rug, so I got to clean that. And then the other dog is dead. It pees in the kitchen. So I get home. I'm pissed. My daughter's screaming. My son's fucking screaming. The dogs are barking. There's shit everywhere. There's piss everywhere. And I got to go downstairs and I got to do my podcast. And then I remember, like, crap, I got to drive my son home. And now I can't find a fucking t-shirt to wear for my podcast, and I don't care. I don't care. It's hot. I don't care. There. I don't care. Man, so aggravated. But that's what the podcast is about. That's what America's podcast is about, because people are aggravated. We're all aggravated. Look at the vein. If you're watching the live feed, you see the vein in the middle of my forehead? You see that thing? My head is, I'm going to explode. I'm going to pop. My head is going to pop off from my neck, and it's going to shoot into the stratosphere. The cough thing is going to drive me bonkers. It drives me nuts when I listen to the podcast back, and I did a job where there's a lot of dust, and I got a lot of dust in my throat, but you can't get a real mask anywhere because Home Depot doesn't sell them. You only get the fake-ass masks that don't keep dust out. Everything is pissing me off today. Every single thing. If you are listening to the podcast, please subscribe. So if you want to get yelled at more, if you want to get yelled at every day, you want to get bitched at, subscribe to my podcast, because I'm an angry, white, 40-year-old dude that's just pissed off. I'm pissed off at everybody, and I'm aggravated. If you want to get yelled at on a constant basis, subscribe to America's podcast if you want to get fucking yelled at. Seriously. That's how I feel today. I'm just so aggravated, pepped up with tons of anger. I could just, When we do the podcast, we're live on Facebook, we're live on Twitter, and we're live on YouTube for as long as we can be. Anytime we do the podcast, we get banned. We get kicked off of TikTok. Well, TikTok's gone, man. We're off the Chinese app. The Chinese app bumped us a while ago. But we get booted off Twitter all the time for the stuff I say. We get kicked off YouTube all the time for the stuff I say. And then Facebook sends me violation things all the time saying, hey, you're in violation of something for saying something I don't know, and I don't care. I do have stuff that I want to talk about today. I have a DB alert. We're going to get to the DB alert. But before we do the DB alert, we'll have a discussion about the DB alert. DB alert. New technology coming our way that I want to talk about. KFC is getting rid of their slogan. I want to talk about death because some 20-year-old lady died but didn't die. Bro, I got GERD. I got GERD too, man. I got GERD. It's one of those days. I'm telling you, I'm gonna rip someone's head off. I have no patience today. I can't. My kids are bothering me. The GERD is bothering me. I haven't eaten anything. I got home. I haven't eaten. Bro, I got like 5 minutes on the fucking Peloton. I paid $3,000 for this thing, and I got 5 minutes. $3,000, 5 minutes. Man. 20-year-old dies, but doesn't die. I want to talk about that. Glazed donuts. There was a viral video. I want to talk about the glazed donut. My neighbor's telling me I need to calm down. My poor neighbor, who is the nicest lady on the planet. She's my mom, like my mom. She's my new mom or my moms that live next door. I love these ladies. She's the nicest lady. And she came out and she could just tell. She knew that I was ready to explode. She was like, oh, Anthony's going to have, this kid's going to blow a gasket. Literally. My kid, Narian's outside. They're spraying each other down with the hose. I'm like trying to talk to him, and he's talking back to me. My head was gonna pop right off. Woo! I want to talk about glazed donuts. So, and we might get the slave monkeys. But literally, this whole day has been a wash. I need to hit the reset button. I want to go to sleep for like 3 hours, wake up, and start the day over. Literally. And I thought when I got home it would get better, but it didn't. When I got home, it got worse. When I got home, there was more aggravation. My kids, all they do is fight. My 12-year-old and my 5-year-old, they fight because they're of different ages. So it's a super nightmare for me. My 12-year-old son wants to be left alone. He wants to do his own thing, and he's old enough to. My 5-year-old daughter just wants to play, and I get it. But my 12-year-old doesn't get that, so they fight back and forth. It's a complete nightmare for me, and I don't have any patience for it tonight. I have no patience. I can't. Literally, I looked to find a T-shirt for like 20 minutes. Bro, I got like 2 T-shirts. I have like 2 black T-shirts and 1 gray one. And where the fuck would they go? Don't touch my T-shirts. My kidneys have been hurting all day today, man. It's probably because I drank a lot this weekend. Everything is a problem tonight. Every single thing is a problem. Everything. But Elon Musk is going to have some good news for us. Elon Musk and his company Neuralink, like Neuralink, we're going to talk about that. I really want to get to the douchebag alert, but there's a problem with the douchebag alert. So my buddy, I don't listen. Oh, here, let me just tell you guys this straight up. I don't really listen to the podcast after I record the podcast. I just publish it. I will eventually listen to it. I'm behind a couple of episodes, but I listen to it to try to figure out what I could do better, how it sounded. I can't really change the sound quality of it because I don't have the money to do that. So I try to work on how I talk and the topics that I bring up and how the flow of the show goes. Okay. My buddy, Mike Ingalls, he must have been listening to the show and he didn't like the DB alert. I guess he didn't like the DB alert. I don't know why. I haven't listened to it, so I'll have to try to find out if it was too loud or what the problem was. But until I get to listen to it, we're going to do the DB alert, and we're going to do it the way we did it yesterday. So it's time for a DB alert. What is a DB alert? It's a douchebag alert. So when I sound the alarm on a douchebag that does something douchebaggery, some douchebag move that we all need to know about it, and we need to talk and out this guy. So here we go. Let's sound the alarm. We have a douchebag alert. Douchebag. All right. I don't have anything else. I can produce stuff. Let me tell you guys something. For 16 years, I was in radio for 16 years, and I know how to produce stuff. Listen, I'll toot my own horn on this. I'm a damn good editor. Real good. I can create stuff, intros, outros, all that crap. Imaging, I'm bomb at imaging. I could do Pro Tools with my eyes shut. I could edit a song. If Linkin Park came in, they were like, hey, here's music, put that down, lay a track, bro, I could do it in a heartbeat. It's boring as hell. I find it very boring. I don't like doing it, but I don't have the ability to do it at my home. I don't have the money, the technology, so you don't get anything like that. What you get are sound effects by me, from me. Douchebag alert. Here is today's douchebag. A looter in California looted a fireman's car for his wallet and then emptied the guy's bank account while the guy was fighting one of the wildfires. So they have these zones that they've evacuated. There's not supposed to be anybody in these evacuation zones. So the guy probably says, okay, my car's going to be safe here. I'll leave it in the evacuation zone and I'll go and I'll try to save millions of lives. While this guy's out fighting the fire to try to save millions of lives and people's property, a looter loots the guy's car, takes his bank account, takes his card, goes to the bank, empties out his bank account. Now, look, I'm sure that whatever bank that he uses is going to cover that. He'll get all the money back, but it's not the point. You're a complete, what kind of a scumbag are you? You're a lowlife. What type of lowlife breaks in to a firefighter's car while the guy is out there protecting? He's trying to stop a fire to save lives and to protect property. People have $1 million homes in California that the guy's trying to protect, plus lives that he's trying to protect. And you go along, and not to mention that these dudes don't make any money. They make crap for money. Firefighters aren't making bank. They make a good living, so I'm not shitting on them. They make a good living, but they're not making millions of dollars. They should be making millions of dollars. Firefighters should be making Tom Brady money. These guys should be making top dollar. They're going to run into a fire. Your kid's in the fire while you're running out of the house, they're running in. When your dog's in there, they're going to get your stupid ass dog. I'd say let it burn. You know how I feel about the dog. Let that thing burn. They'd be like, oh, didn't you have a dog? No, I don't have a dog. You don't have a dog? No, I don't have a dog. Yeah, but the dog's in the... No, I don't have a fucking dog. Trust me. No, I'm just kidding. I'd get the dog. I love my dogs. I'm just frustrated. My son's in the background laughing. But can you imagine that some scumbag, you're literally... It's like this. Imagine you go and you're fighting in a war, and then back home, someone breaks into your house and robs your house while you're in Iraq fighting. It's the same thing. They're fighting a different type of war. They're fighting a wildfire that's literally burning across upstate California, and he's trying to protect and save lives, and you go and you steal from him, and you take the very little money that the guy has. Very little. Not much. And you steal. You're a scumbag. I hope they find you. I hope they beat the hell out of you. But I don't advocate violence, and I'm not trying to be like Batman and think you should swoop in and, vengeance, and fly in and smash some dude in the face. But something needs to happen. They need to catch this guy. And I don't want to hear the crap about, oh, the cops. Someone already said it to me. Oh, the cops, they did a great job keeping them out. Listen, you shouldn't be looting anyways. Don't blame the cops. You're a scumbag if you're looting. Plain and simple. And look, this guy's not one of the protester looters. He's just a looter. He's taking advantage of the fact that it's an evacuation zone. They've cleared everybody out, so there's a bunch of empty houses that haven't burnt down yet. And there are people who are scumbags that are looting. And they went into this dude's car and they stole his ATM card. And they went and they had a nice, fancy, nice day. And they spent all the guy's money. And they were like, ha, 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 while this guy's protecting his ass. So I hope they find this guy. And what they should do is make him work. What I want them to do is find him, suit him up in a fire suit, and get his ass on the front line with a hose and have him fight this fire for community service, and then fuck that man, community service. Put this dude in jail. Beat this guy up. Kick his ass. Beat him. Beat him. That's how fired up I am today. I am just beyond. Absolutely beyond. That's today's douchebag alert. You are indeed a douchebag if you are looting. You're a douchebag. First off, people work hard. People work hard for the things that they have. Real hard. Hard-earned money to buy things that they like, or hard-earned money saved so they can buy stuff that they want down the road, and you go and steal it. You are a scumbag. Right there. I'd love to meet you. And then I'd like to meet your parents, because I'm going to blame you. I'm going to blame your ass because you're a grown-ass man. And then I want to go find your parents, and I want to tell them what a disappointment they are that they raised such a bum that he would go and steal from people and that he wouldn't work. I don't let parents off the hook. Parents are just as much to blame for their stupid-ass kids as the stupid-ass kid. I believe parents should be held accountable for things that kids do when they're under 18. After they're 18 plus, kick the little shit out. Well, I think it's like 25 plus now. But My kid goes and does something stupid, I'm gonna beat his ass, or I'm gonna put his ass in place, or I'm gonna make him go apologize and take care of the problem. Someone just asked me if I was gay, bro. First off, let me answer that question. I know this is a side note. Let me answer this. I am not. I like women, but it's totally fine if you are. So I don't know if you're trying to be an asshole, because don't push me today. If you're trying to be a jerk, because I don't find that funny at all. If you're just asking to ask, fine. But if you're asking because you think that it's funny and that you think it's some kind of a joke, I don't. There's no joking here with me on that one, bud. I will defend the gay community like just as much as I defend police officers and just as much as I defend firefighters, and I will get just as pissed off about it. I don't find it funny at all. Everybody in this country gets to be who they want to be, and if you like dudes, you like dudes. If you like girls, you like girls. So if you're asking to ask, sorry for getting so upset. But if you're asking to be a dick, don't even listen to my show. Don't. Bye. See you later. I have no room for hate, garbage, bums on to listen to my program or view my content. And if you don't like what I have to say, blame your parents for raising a pussy. Simple. You guys are gonna get me all fired up today, man. I can't. I ain't in on it at all. I'll be clear. Let me be clear on this. Let me be real clear on where I stand on this topic. I 100% support people's right to be with whoever they want to be with. Bro, if you want a fucking ostrich, be with an ostrich. I don't care. You can do whatever you want in this life. If you want to marry 5 wives, go marry 5 wives. If you want to have 6 husbands, go have 6. Go for it. You like guys? Great. You like women? Great. We are all equal, and there is no room on my program, and there is no room in my life for anything other than that. Plain and simple. That's garbage time for me. Man. All right, that's the DB. Let's move on. What should we talk? I really want to talk about slave monkeys, but
just do it.
I feel like slave monkeys is like something we have to get into another day. The conversation on it is very touchy, and it's very interesting because I don't see the difference between a slave monkey and a horse. I don't see the difference between a slave monkey and an ox. Let's talk about slave monkeys. That's it. We're talking about it. The monkey people are pissed. The monkey people are all upset because in Thailand, they are monkeys that work. The farmers in Thailand have put the monkeys to work. Now, I can't speak to how the monkeys are being treated. I'm not for, let me say this. I'm not for monkeys being beat up. But unless they're being tested. You know how I feel about test monkeys. Test the monkeys. If you're trying to find a cure for cancer, test the monkeys. Do it. Now, on the work side, on the farm side, I can't speak to the treatment of what's happening to the slave monkeys. I don't know. I'm not from Thailand. I have no idea. All I can tell you is this. I am for monkeys doing work, just like I am in favor of horses doing work, donkeys doing work, camels doing work, oxes doing work, cows doing work. Think about, they're calling it slave labor, right? I read the story, and they're calling them slave monkeys. And the way I took the story was like, wait a second. Before we had machines, right? Oxes used to push a plow. Were the oxes slaves? Before we had machines, donkeys would carry all the bags. You put all your luggage on the donkey, and you'd be going for a hike up a mountain.
Remember the Bible?
Do you remember? You'd load it up. You'd load it up, but you'd treat them. You'd treat them nice. My son, I don't know if this is what he was talking about. My son just said, remember the Bible. I don't know if he understands this or not. There is a passage in the Bible where it talks about treating your animals with respect if you're going to work them hard. Literally, there is. I think it's from like Luke or from, I'm not kidding, Google it. Where God talks about, or it's not God, it's just one of the, what do you call them? The palms, where they just talk about treating your animals with respect, treating the worker with respect. So I think, yeah, sure, you want to treat the monkey with respect, you probably should. But you got to understand that if the monkey doesn't do the work, it's going to cost more for the product. What they're using the monkeys for is they're having them, they're coconut pickers. They're sending the monkeys up the trees and they're picking the coconuts. And this particular place, what they do is they make cocoa butter, they make coconut oil, they make coconut stuff, coconut milk, anything with coconut juice, whatever. Anything with coconuts. They're having these monkeys climb up the trees. It's saving on labor. I don't have any problem with that. They're monkeys. I have no problem. None whatsoever. The same people that bitch about monkeys being mistreated are the same people that will sit down and eat a steak. I don't care how you slaughter the cow. It's inhumane. There is no humane way to kill a cow. None. Period. You're killing it. There's no humane way to cut a neck off a fucking turkey or a head off a turkey or a chicken. You're killing it. There's no humane way to catch a fish and chop its head off and gut it. You're killing it. There's no humane way to steal eggs from a hen and eat them. You think you're better than everybody else, but you're not. You think that you're high and mighty, but you're not. You're eating cheese, you're drinking milk. Someone is squeezing the cow's udders for the milk, whether it's a human or whether it's a machine, and the cow is overworked. There's no humane way. I'm sick and tired of hearing people talk about how they're so righteous and how they're so humane. Well, if you are so righteous and if you are so humane and or whatever the word is, and you care about all that shit, I'm going to start checking your shirts. I want to see where your shirt was made. And if it was made in a third world country, I'm going to rip it off you. If you're drinking milk, I'm going to be like, yeah, bro, you're drinking milk. They milk cows. That shit's not humane, right? You can't eat. You eating chicken? You can't eat chicken. They kill chickens. You eating fish? They kill fish. They kill them. They kill them. That's what they do. It's inhumane. I don't want to hear it. There's no humane way. Okay, let's just say you killed somebody. You think they go, oh, well, he did it humanely. He did it in a fashion that wasn't painful. You fucking killed someone. Listen to this. Listen to the idiots. They want to make themselves feel better like they're living up in an ivory tower. They want to feel better. They don't, because the slaughterhouse is 5 million miles away. The slaughterhouse is nowhere near them. You go into the grocery store, you get the prepackaged meat, and you don't think twice about the cow getting killed. But then you come up and you're like, they make the monkeys climb the trees and they're picking the coconuts. It's so inhumane. You're fucking monkeys. Jesus. The point that I'm trying to get at, yes, I don't think they should be treating monkeys badly. I'm dead serious on that. I don't think they should mistreat the monkeys. But I don't want to hear anything about it from people, because if you eat any type of meat or drink any type of, bro, if you eat anything that comes from an animal, they were fucking mistreated. Period. They were over milked. They were killed some way or another, and there is no humane way. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. There is no humane way. No humane way to kill something. No, some guy just said he's been listening to me he listened to me over 20 years ago. Great. I honestly, I appreciate it. I've been creating content since I was 20 years old, bro. I'm 41 years old. If you haven't subscribed to my podcast, subscribe to my podcast. You've cut me in rare form tonight. I couldn't find a t-shirt for my podcast. I'm extremely upset because my day didn't go the way it went, and you guys are going to get it. When I'm doing my podcast, I got to do it 5 nights a week, and I have to do it. I don't back away from doing it. When I don't want to do it, I come on, I say, guys, I don't want to be here, but I do the podcast. When I do want to do it, it's phenomenal. Literally. When I feel like doing the podcast, I kill it. It's like, it's laser show, like back in the day. Pew, pew. And then some days I'm just straight up aggravated and I can't find a t-shirt. So fuck it. We'll do it live. Or some days I'm just straight up aggravated and I don't want to hear crap about monkeys, man. The king of Spaghettiville, my man, says, that's funny. I used to live in Spaghettiville, and the guy, Prince Spaghetti, passed away. Anthony from the commercial, he passed away like today or yesterday or something like that. But I get fired up about stupid stuff because people are ignorant. I can't deal with people. It's like free range. Like my wife, she likes to buy the free range eggs. She's like, oh yeah, the chickens, they're free range. They're not free range. what free range means is that there's a gate that the chicken can go in and out. But they still have 5,000 chickens in one little coop dropping poops. It's not humane. It's ridiculous. You know, you want to talk about humane? I got a mouse problem in this goddamn house. They're everywhere. I just saw one right before the podcast. If I could catch it, I'd snap its neck in a heartbeat. I don't want them in the house. I want them out of here. So we caught one in one of the sticky traps, and Kaylee's like sending me a thing like, all right, this is how you humanely get rid of the mouse. I'm like, what? I'll tell you how to humanely get rid of the mouse. Step on it. That's what I told her. She's like, I'm not going to step on it. I'm like, yeah. I go, if you let that thing go, it's coming back in the house. If you let it go, it's coming back in the house. The only other option I had is my neighbor Corey has a snake. I said, give it to Corey. If you can get it off, put it in a bag and go give it to Corey, and we'll let the snake eat it. Otherwise, if I came home and that thing was here, well, I got no problem. None. I'm done. See you later. Bye. My father taught me, my dad, when I was a kid, I learned everything from Stan Paziali, the greatest American of all time. Well, George Washington is the greatest American of all time. But my dad, Stella. The man was a man's man. There's no bitching. My dad, there was a bat in the house, and my father caught it, right? So the bat's flying around. Whoosh, it's up in the attic, and my dad catches the bat. Now, dude, I'll never forget it, right? Guys, I'm like, he didn't like grab it out of the air, dude. He caught it with a net. So he's got the turtle net. So we used to go, or the fishing net, the big long net. I don't know how the guy got it, right? He scoops it, and it's all tied up in the thing. And then my mom is like, This is like, I'm young. I'm young if Liz is still in the picture, right? So Liz and my dad are still together. I'm like 10, maybe like 9 or something like that. And my dad brings the bat out to the back, tells my mom, well, relax, Liz, chill out. Comes out. My dad now has the bat. He's holding the bat like a C cup, right? Or not like a C cup. He's got it clamped and he's holding the wings. And he goes outside, and my mom's like, you gotta let it go. And my dad looks at me straight like dead balls, looks at me and says, this thing will get back in the house every time. He goes, the only way to get rid of it, and then he goes, snap! Snapped its fucking neck, dude. Was like, boom! Dead. My mom's like, ah!
Thanks.
I'm looking at my dad, I'm like, all right, I get it, Dad. You don't want to kill the bat. My father's trying to show me an example. He didn't want to kill the bat. He did not want to kill the bat. But he understood that if he didn't kill the bat, it would come back in and terrorize again. So he had to do what he had to do. He didn't like doing stuff like that, but he showed me what was up. He was like, hey, look, bat gets in the house. If you don't kill it, it's coming back. Period. Mouse gets in the house. You catch it. You kill it. Done. None of this pussy ass crap. My dad's like that guy that my father would be like, the dog died, you got to dig the hole. And I did. For Scooby. I dug the hole, bro. I dug the hole. I buried it. Your dog, you bury it.
Wait, you had another dog before Angel?
A long time ago, Narim. I'll tell you about it later. But that's the point. We're not inhumane. My father didn't want to kill the bat, but he's trying to show his son, hey, look, in life, you're going to have to do tough things, and this is one of these tough things. Your wife's going to bitch at you, don't kill the bat. And there are going to be people that will be like, don't stomp the bat, don't stomp the bat. That's disgusting. Well, guess what? We're men. We're men. We're men.
Men.
That's what's up. Well, guess what? We're top of the food chain. The bat's not. The bat got caught. The bat's fucking dead. Mouse, caught, sticky, smush, gone. It doesn't come back. And I'm sure that I got hundreds of mice in this damn house. If you see one, I'm willing to bet there's at least 40 of them. I guarantee it. There's thousands. I can't stand it. I can't get rid of them. I'm going to have to call an exterminator to take care of it. But literally, I try to catch them all the time, bro. I catch them. They're out. They're out. I'm not a bitch. Sorry. You want to deal with bitches? I'm not a bitch. Fucking people. My dad, though, he was the man. The absolute man. Always, always, always. My father's goal in life was always to never be my friend and always, always be my dad. I'm not your friend. I'm trying to raise men. I'm trying to raise, when I'm gone, I need to know that you could take care of yourself. And the guy did pop off at an early age, at 58 years old, and he left his boys behind. And guess what? The Pazzialis don't need anybody's help, bro. We don't now. We'll accept it. I love my wife. I want my help from my wife. I really like my neighbors. I want help from my neighbors. I enjoy when my neighbors offer advice and offer. For most people, I don't want to hear it. Like, honestly, truth is, you got something to add to my life? Fuck off. I don't want to hear from you. But the people in my life that I care about, sure. I love when Kaylee gives me advice. I love talking to Pam. I love talking to Catherine. They have good insight. My buddy Laugh, when he wants to talk and he's got some insight, I want to hear it. Sean, I want to hear it. My buddy Gavi, yeah, absolutely. But people outside of that loop, fuck off. I don't want to hear your advice. You don't know me. You don't know shit. I'm going to stomp you out just like the damn rat. Huh. That's not really that true. I'm fired up, man. I really am. I'm just fired up, man. I'm fired up tonight. And I got to go. I got to drive my son home. And all we did was get through what? What did we just get through? What the fuck was I talking about? Oh, the slave monkeys. Right. We're talking about the damn slave monkeys. The monkey people are pissed off. I got no problem with monkeys doing work, just like I don't have a problem with horses. What else? Let's get to something else. All right. I need to put this on blast. No, I don't take meds, man. What are you kidding me? I don't need meds. Get out of here. There's nothing wrong with me whatsoever. You're nuts. All right. So in Detroit, a 20-year-old, a 20-year-old died. That's not the story. The story is they pronounced the 20-year-old dead. They took the 20-year-old to a funeral home. And the 20-year-old woke up, right? Of course, I'm sure everybody at the funeral home went nuts and was like, but that's not why I'm telling the story. I'm telling the story because I want it to be clear as to how I want to, what I want done. And you can use this podcast to go back and you can use this podcast. I would like to be cremated. First things first, I want you to make sure I'm dead. I want like 7 days to make sure I'm dead. You don't embalm me or drain my blood. I want you to make sure I am dead. And when I die, I would like you to see if there is a way to save me. You all know that I want nothing more than to live long enough to have my brain uploaded into the cloud and have my consciousness saved. Elon Musk is working on that. He's about to have his convention with that company, Neuralink. They're creating a brain chip, a brain chip where they can connect your neurons to a chip. I want to live long enough for that. I want to be part AI. I do. I want to live forever. So I hope to God that I'm around when they can upload my consciousness into a hard drive and they can just pop it into. I don't care if I come back as a microwave, dude. They can put me in a microwave. They can put TV, computer, or into another human body. I want to be around for that when that happens. So here's back to me dying. I die. Please find out if there is any way that I can be connected or my body could be used to further AI. Right? They need a corpse so that they can practice on AI stuff. Use me because I'm hoping that they can bring me back to life. If that's not possible, please wait 7 days to make sure I'm dead and then toast me. That's it. I want to be burnt. I want to be cremated. And after, I don't care what you do with me after that. I don't care. You could put me in a rocket and launch me to the moon. Or my kids can put me in a box in a drawer, and I don't care. That's the only reason I brought the story. Plain and simple is I would like to be cremated. My son's right here. I want to be cremated. I don't want to be buried.
Wonder what I'm going to do if you do get cremated?
My son, what are you going to do, buddy?
Wonder where I'm going to put the dust?
Where?
On my Xbox.
Yeah, man.
And I'll always remember you.
It's great. Thanks. That's my son, Nariam. The only reason for bringing up, yes, it is crazy that in today's, with today's technology, they couldn't figure out, maybe it's just a miracle, right? Who knows? I have no idea how the lady came back to life. So I would like 7 days to make sure that I am in fact dead. And if I am in fact dead, put me in a box, a rented one for the wake, then throw me in with some box spring wood and burn me. And that's it. And then I want to be done. But back to the Elon Musk thing. He is they do like the Apple thing. They're gonna have a big convention. It's gonna be at the end of the month or maybe the first week in September. And he's got some breaking news that they believe they can connect to neurons in real time. They believe they have a chip that will show you real time neurological connections or something like that. Man, I can't wait. I need to be hooked up to it. I have to be. My consciousness has got to be up. My man Brad's back in the hood. Brad, I hope everything's all right. I know you're going through some shit. Not to throw tough to the side. I hope you go. I know you're going through some shit. I hope everything's okay. You caught me on a rare night, bro, because I've been like fired up. I'm 100% fired up, aggravated, pissed off, and I've been yelling at everybody for the past 35 minutes. And I'm about to take off, though. I'm about to end the podcast soon because I got to drive Narium home. So we got to the Elon Musk thing. I feel like I should save stuff for tomorrow. All right, listen. You know what? Let's just do it, man. I don't care. This is tough for me to say, but I cheated on my social media rule and I went on TikTok because I miss it. I hate the Chinese app because they kicked me off, but God, I love TikTok. So I went on there and I saw one of their viral videos. And then now the video is in the news. There's a kid that worked at Krispy Kreme Donuts and he glazed a donut 25 times, bro. He glazed it 25 times. So much. I know, Nariam. Doesn't that sound so good? Glazed donut 25 times over. So the first video was him glazing it, and then he did another video of him eating it. It looked delicious, but the glaze was so thick that like it broke up the donut. I bring it up because we talked about this before. Glazed donuts are the only donuts that matter. There's no other kind of donut. A plain glazed donut is the best donut ever created. Plain donuts suck. Glazed chocolate donuts, no. Glazed plain donuts are phenomenal. They're great to cut and put an egg sandwich. They're great to cut and have a burger on them. They're great to just eat them straight up. They're good to have when you're aggravated and you don't feel like doing America's podcast and you just want to chill and you don't want to do crap and you're just bummed out. Well, I'm not really bummed out today. I'm fired up. And you just fired up and you want to get after it and you just sit back, bro, and you eat a glazed donut. So you can't eat. Well, you know what? You know what? Brad says you can't eat a glazed donut on a Peloton. Glazed donuts taste the best while riding on the Peloton.
Are you sure about that?
They taste phenomenal. I've been kicking ass on the Peloton, by the way. I'm on my streak. I think I got 9 days straight. I got on the bike for 9 days straight. I'm killing it. I lost 1 pound. There you go. Because I eat, man. Because I'm one of those people that I work out and then I eat. But glazed donuts are the best donuts. But since we're talking about food, well, this will be the last thing. And then I want to scoot. Because I'm honestly pissed. I wanted to watch the RNC tonight. I wanted to have my son home early. I got to wake up earlier. And I got a ton of work to do. Like, take junk is killing me right now, which is a good thing. But another food-related story, KFC is getting rid of their slogan, finger licking good. The reason that they're doing it is because they feel like they're having people, they feel like people are, actually, I don't know if you've ever done this, okay? I like KFC. KFC's okay. It's not my top. If I'm getting chicken, right, from a fast food place, KFC's not my top. I'm going to Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is my top dog for chicken, okay? After that, maybe Popeyes. After that, probably Wendy's. Then I'd go to KFC. Okay? But I do like KFC, so I'm not crapping on KFC. It's bomb mac and cheese. It really does. And their biscuits are good. The chicken's good too. I'm not crapping on the chicken, but I've never eaten the chicken and then been like, this is finger licking good. But they're getting rid of the slogan, finger licking good, because they feel like it's not COVID safe. They've done some research. People are worried. They're concerned that KFC is telling people they should lick their fingers after they eat because their chicken is so good that you have to lick your fingers afterwards and you might spread COVID. I don't know. In terms of chicken, fast food anyways, right? Let's go fast food. My top dog is Chick-fil-A. I mean, I'm just not going anywhere. I'm going to Chick-fil-A. If I want chicken, I'm going to Chick-fil-A. That's it. I don't care. I will drive very far to go get my chicken from Chick-fil-A. Someone says pussies. I love it. Everybody's a pussy nowadays. It doesn't matter. This, honestly, the whole United States is a bunch of dude. The Mike Milbury thing that we talked about yesterday points out the fact that everybody's a pussy. But Chick-fil-A, where you can get a chicken that I can assure you was inhumanely killed because it was killed. It was inhumanely killed because it was killed. There's no humane way to kill something. When you kill something, it's not humane, but their chicken is bomb. Popeyes is pretty good too. So, I don't know. let's talk chickens here. Here, let me back it up. Chicken in general, right? Just in general, I'm going to Chick-fil-A. After that, I got to start thinking about what I'm going to get. If I'm going to get a chicken sandwich and I'm not going to go to Chick-fil-A, I will probably go to Wendy's. If I'm not going to go to Wendy's for a chicken sandwich, I'll probably go to Popeyes. If I can't go to Popeyes, I don't even know if KFC like has chicken fucking sandwiches, man. I've never had one there. They have the little minis. I've had the mini. KFC sucks. It just does. You know what? I can't even defend it. It sucks. The only thing good at KFC is the mac and cheese, and then the only thing that's good at KFC is if it has a Taco Bell with it. I love going to get mac and cheese and get myself a beefy cheese burrito. Oh, bomb, man. Bomb. Now, I don't know what has the best chicken in general. You know, like there's some place, the Freebird. I don't know what the hell it's called that Kaylee went to. What has the best? Dude, someone just brought up rotisserie chicken, and I've never had it from Walmart. But rotisserie chicken from Market Basket is phenomenal. It's like $4. You get the whole chicken. Bro, I devour that thing. I'm like, mad good. Rotisserie chicken, I bet you it is good from Walmart. I'll have to try it. I got a Walmart right down the street. So, Brad says he hasn't eaten in years. All right, listen. What? You know what? One last thing, and then we'll end it. All right, one more thing, because I want to talk about this briefly. So, a company called Pop ID, it's a tech company. They're pushing pay-by-face technology. They've come up with a way for facial recognition, and they're starting to do payments by just scanning your face. I love it. I want to live in a world where I don't have to carry anything around. I would love it. Listen, I don't even want to have a phone. I want to just be able to be walking around, and I could just say, call Narium, and it calls him, and him and I have a conversation from brain to brain. I want to be able to take a picture with my eyes. Literally, I want to sit there and just like, oh, hey, I got to let me take a photo of you. And I just want to go blink, 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 blink. And then takes the picture, uploads to the cloud. And if I want to take I don't know how you take a selfie. That'd be a difficult one. You'd have to look in the mirror. You get what I'm saying, though? I'm all for, I'm all for not technology. I love it. I would just love to just sit here, put my hand, take my two fingers to my ear and say, yeah, call Narium. Boom, he rings. And then you got to do two-way, go to the other ear. Be like, yeah, all right, call Kaylee. Yep, all right, patch Kaylee and Narium in. And I just sit there and I could talk to them. I'm like, hey, guys, what's up? How's it going? It would be phenomenal. Brad ain't for it, but I would love it. I don't want to have to. I would pay by my thumb. I mean, Disney's already got everybody's fingerprint. If you've been to Disney, they got you. They got everything, man. Everybody who goes into Disney's got to put their thumb down. So they got all your info. So I want to be able to pay. Yep. Boop, boop, boop. Brad's got that right. But that's fine, though. That's while they're booping, I don't have to be looking for they're going boop, boop. I could be checking my bank account. I'll just shut my eye and be like, all right, let me just shut my bank. Bring up Bank of America. My eyes are shut. Boom, 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 boom. I know how much I have in my account. And then they just scan your face. They go, paid, done. You don't have to carry anything. Hands free. I want that for cars. I hate that I have to have keys. I hate it. I want to be able to walk out to my car, and I want to be able to open my door with my eyes or with my thumb. I just want to press it, boom, and then I want to get in my car, and I want to stop my car with my thumb or have it scan my face. I just want to get in, it starts. I want everything like that. I want to be able to call my oven from my car without a phone. I'm just going to sit there. I'm going to be like, refrigerator, thaw chicken, oven, preheat to what's the normal number? 350? Preheat to 350. Everything gets ready. I want nothing. I want it seamless, bro. It would be phenomenal. I look forward to a day when we are intertwined with AI technology, and I hope to God that I live forever. All right.
Just don't make robots.
Narium says don't build robots. All right, guys, that's it. We're done. I got to end the podcast. I'm running. Yeah, bro, I wouldn't. I hear you. Why? If there were a way not to eat, that we'll extend it a little longer. If there were a way not to eat, I'd love it. If there was a way not to eat, I would be totally cool with it, 100%. And they could make it taste like cheese pizza. If they, you know what? No, you know what, Brad? I'm backing off on that. I love cheese pizza. It's got nothing will substitute cheese pizza. So we can't do it. All right, we're done. I gotta end it. I'm dead. It's 9:15 and I haven't left yet, and I'm supposed to be taking Nariam home.
And
I gotta go.
me.
So, and Nariam's mom's also texting, wanted to know if we have left yet. I haven't left yet. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening to Spazzing Out. Even on a night where I don't want to do the program and I'm fired up and I'm pissed off about other things, you guys still join the program, and I very, very much appreciate it. Thank you for listening. By the way, we had over the weekend, we had almost 2,500 downloads, and yesterday we had a day where we had 1,100 and something downloads in one day. It's phenomenal. The podcast is growing. It's growing big time, and it's going to get big. We got to get to that 2,500 downloads a day for the program to get picked up, meaning that I can get advertising and I get paid to do it. And then once I get paid to do it, it grows. It grows big. Then I can get equipment. Then I can spend more time on it because I can spend less time doing other shit that pays my bills and more time focus on creating good, awesome content for you guys that you will enjoy. So thank you so much. It started with you guys. America's Podcast is a podcast for you. It's your podcast because we talk about the things that you are passionate about, because what I'm passionate about, you're passionate about. Spilt milk affects everybody just like it affects me. And that's why it's your podcast. Thank you so much for listening to Spazzing Out, America's Podcast. All right. YouTube peeps, subscribe. If you haven't subbed, sub now. Twitter, if you haven't followed me, follow me. Retweet the feed.